Okay, so we're here with Fernando and Enrique, two wonderful horse people who are experts in handling young horses. And today Fernando is showing how to handle a young horse and to teach him how to pick up his feet. And this is Jumanji. He is 9 months old and he's had quite a bit of this type of training before, but Fernando is demonstrating for us. And you could see that. That's really nice. Fernando is doing such a super job, and he just does it a little bit at a time. Lots of stroking the leg. We're not pushing, we're not grabbing, we're not pulling on the hair. We're just slowly getting lower and lower, closer to the fetlock. And then just ask, and he just pads a little bit on top. That's really nice. He uses his flat hand and his fingers just to pat on the hoof, and that mimics what the Farrier would do eventually. And then he gets a little break and he pets him again. Super nice. So very, very nice. And we'll do it one more time. So it's always repetition. And then now he's taking a little bit of a hoof pick, and he's actually taking some of the shavings out of his feet. And that is another really important thing that a young horse has to learn. The earlier the better. And the noise that it makes inside of the sole, exactly, and the little clapping that Fernando is doing right now, it's all really, really wonderful desensitization, so that when the Farrier comes and does a little bit more of that, the horse is already familiar with that kind of scenario. So the front legs are good, and the horse knows, both Enrique and Fernando. Really, really nice. And then we're going to go and see how he feels about the hind end. And the hind end is a little bit more iffy for most horses because, you know, you have a little bit more of a ticklish sense, and that's also where predators easily want to go. So horses are more sensitive in the hind end, in the hindquarters, and in the front. You have more nerve endings there that will push back, and they might kick, and they have a little bit of a faster sort of reaction to some scary things that happen back there. And see, he's doing the same beautiful thing on this side, stroking, petting, and just picking up the foot very, very slowly and for a little bit. And we have to think about it. This is actually the near side. This is the left side of the horse where most of the handling gets done, even with the young horses. So he's quite comfortable, and Enrique is doing a super nice job in the front, holding him quiet, don't let him fidget too much. And then Fernando's doing the same thing really, really well back there. So super nice. Okay, really, really nice. And we'll do it again one more time. And Fernando is making sure that he doesn't grip the leg with his thumb around all the way the fetlock. You can't probably not see that right now, but an actual grip would freak a horse out more than just cupping a horse, where you just put all your fingers in a sort of a next to each other and just hold like the hoof like a cup. And there he did the nice tapping with the hoof pick again, and everything is good. And it's just like very, very nice. And we can give him a little break here now maybe, and then we can turn him around, right? Yeah, let's take him and turn him to the other side, and we'll do a little bit to the other side. I want to show you how that works. And you would think, oh yeah, that's the same thing, easy, easy. But the right side is a whole different story for an animal. And maybe you could move him just back a little bit so that we can, actually just one step, that would be great. That I can, yeah, that's perfect. So on this side, again, the horse knows both Enrique and Fernando, but this side, he's a little bit more squeamish about things. And the reason that is, it's the far side. It's the side where the horses usually don't get handled quite so much, the right side. And so he's doing the same exact thing, stroking, petting, very even, firm movements down the leg on the front, and giving him a little break again, petting him on the chest. You know, breaks and repetitions and reward for relaxation. And exactly, just he's using his voice, talking to him. Really, really nice. And you can see how the horse is paying attention to him with his ears. The ears are back on Fernando, and his mouth is occupied by exactly Enrique, giving him a little treat just to break it up, keep him in a good mood. It's all very important. And then we're starting over. So there it is, stroking all the way down to the fetlock, and then picking up the that leg a little bit. Yeah, and you have to remember that the horse has to balance him or herself on 3 legs, even just for a moment, and that's a huge sign of trust, that the horse will give up one of their legs, one of his or her legs, because for a moment you take away their opportunity to move fast in terms of something dangerous happening. So their flight mode is completely surrendered at the moment when the 3rd leg or the 4th leg is up in the air, right? There you go. So, and they have to balance and they have to relax, and relaxation always comes from trust. And here Fernando takes again the hoof pick and scrapes out the hoof, and it's just a super nice, mellow, calm atmosphere here. And Enrique and Fernando both work together so nicely so that the horse can relax, and Enrique distracts him a little bit. Fernando taps him again with the hoof pick, and there's another beautiful moment here that just happened. He gives him a break, a little pet, breathing. Both Fernando and Enrique are just so well versed in all of this. Their energy is super calm and mellow. Nobody's nervous, nobody's in a rush. It's just so nice to see work like this. There you go, do it again. And that repetition is where the horse slowly but steadily, stores away memories, positive memories of things that are happening in this context. And when eventually the farrier or somebody else will come, it will already have sort of these neuronal pathways in place that are familiar with certain sense of touch, certain sense of, balance. And then now you have that right hind leg, which is again, it's a little bit more touchy because the hind end is where horses get attacked by predators, traditionally, or in an evolutionary way. And so you have to be a lot more careful and really know when to apply a little bit of pressure, when to back away like he does now. Goes back to the front, goes back to the hind end, stroking, really making sure that he's comfortable. And Fernando is very, very aware of the horse's energy. Super nice. Again, see, he doesn't even try to pick up the foot right now, which is just so important. Move the horse's legs for a moment, that's fine. And he's softly speaking to him. And then Enrique is in the front again, distracts him a little bit. Yeah, and that is all really important. You have to think that these horses are youngsters. They are somewhat playful. They're also easily scared. And so there he has his hind leg again, and it's like, oh yeah, not super comfortable, but he does it for a moment. He puts it down right away. Really, really nice. So really good. And he goes back to the front with his touch, which is so important. Don't just focus and zoom in on the back end and think it has to be done now. Think you have time. The horse needs to process these things in increments. And yeah, there you go, super nice. You can see how the horse in the front is just very relaxed. In the back, he has now, Fernando has the hoof pick now. Scrapes out the shavings. That's a huge deal. That is, that is a really, really wonderful, such a beautiful picture. And then he lets it drop again. Really, really nice. See, and that's all it really needs to be. This wonderful session. Really, really well done. And the horse is in a good mood. There's no stress, no fear. Everybody's in a good place. And that's how it should be. We're gonna do it one more time, or are we done? I'm not sure. One more time? Yeah, one more time. Good? Yeah. Look at that. Really, really nice. Super good. Very good. And that's it for today. Look, and little Jumanji is a happy horse. He gets a little treat from Fernando. Enrique handled him. Fernando did the work on the ground with the feet. Super good. Thank you both so much. That was awesome. Thank you.